Hey guys, what's up? I am back with another video. First and foremost, my room is a hot mess, so please do not mind what you see in the background. I was looking for some things and I was throwing stuff everywhere, so yeah, my room is a hot mess. But I wanted to talk to you guys today about something that is an interesting topic in my opinion, and it includes me and a lot of other people. So I don't know if you know her or if you've watched any of her videos, but her name is Chrissy on YouTube. It's spelled Chrissie, and she did a video quite some time ago about if you're a natural but you wear wigs and weaves most of the time, can you still be considered pro-black? And I left a comment on the video and I said, you know, me for example, I love my natural hair. I have natural hair underneath this wig. But wigs and weaves are extremely convenient for me. Depending on one's lifestyles, wigs can be very convenient. Not everyone has the time to manage natural hair because let's be honest, natural hair takes, time because we have such curly coily hair that you can't just rush through and comb it in 5 minutes or apply product in 1 minute. It definitely takes time to nurture and love our hair. That's not a bad thing. That just means that we have special kind of hair that requires a different kind of method. I don't think natural hair is hard to deal with. I just think it definitely requires time, and if you're not willing to put in the time, then you might need to find a way to accommodate yourself. And for me and a whole lot of other women, that is wearing wigs. And she talks about the video kind of basically made me feel as if she was not in agreement with being able to be, pro-black and considered natural if you wear wigs and weaves majority of the time. Many women in the comments said that if you have to wear weaves and wigs all the time, then you might have a self-esteem issue. Now, here's where I am kind of conflicted. Just because one wears weaves and wigs, on my social media, many of you have seen me wear all textures of hair. I wear curly hair, kinky hair, straight hair, whatever kind of hair it is. I definitely wear a variety of hair textures because I do like to experiment. I like to be very versatile. I like to not have to stick to one type of hair texture because that can be very boring. And my hair, I already have naturally kinky hair, and so I want to experience with other textures. I don't want to straighten my own hair, so maybe I want to wear a straight wig, you know? I don't have 24 inches of hair, so maybe I want a 24-inch weave. It's things like that. It's being able to be versatile with your hair and not limit yourself to one specific look. There's nothing wrong with you wearing one specific look. That's fine. But to talk down on other people who do wear extensions, to me, is very low class and distasteful. And I'm not calling her out per se because she voiced her opinion on the subject matter, and I'll link her video in the description box below so you guys can check it out yourself. But I definitely think that it's almost unfair to judge people who don't wear their hair natural. If you're a natural and you wear your hair natural 99.9% of the time, I applaud you. That's something to be proud of, and that is your prerogative. But why is it necessary to bring down other people in the process? If you love your hair and you are in love with your natural hair journey, let it be that. But in order to coexist in this world, we have to understand that not everyone is going to do the same thing, and not everyone is going to want to wear their natural hair 99.9% of the time. And because they don't wear their natural hair 99.9% of the time does not mean that they don't love themselves, because that's another narrative that I'm very uncomfortable with as well. And I keep using myself as an example. I'm currently in my first year of graduate school. First year is always the hardest because you're getting into the swing of things. You are, you know, you're studying all the time in graduate studies. So I don't have time for, not only do I not have time for my hair, I don't have time to hang out with friends. I don't have time to go shopping all the time. I don't have time to do so many things, especially worry about my hair. So if I want to throw on a wig, if I want to install a weave, just so it can conveniently work in my world, I shouldn't have to be judged or questioned for that. And I used to be the type of person that was very judgmental. I was extremely judgmental when I wore my natural hair out 100% of the time, because, I was so in love with my afro, and I was so in love with the natural hair movement. And I thought to myself, like, why do people wear weave? They hate themselves. Like, I used to be that type of person. That's the narrative I painted of other people. I used to say weave is the devil, and anyone who wears weave does not care about their hair, and they don't know how to take care of their natural hair. I grew up. Since then, I have definitely grown up, and I've realized that there are so many reasons why people do not wear their natural hair. Hair, I'm not going to say hair is just hair, because we all know that's not the case. Hair is much more than just hair. It's who we are. It's political. It's sometimes the way we feel about ourselves. It's such a huge entity. Hair is not just hair. It's how we express ourselves. If our hair looks good or bad, like it's the way we feel that day. So I'm not going to say hair is just hair, because hair is so much more than just hair. But your hair is just your hair. You get the difference? If I want to wear my hair relaxed, that is my prerogative. It has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. If you want to wear your hair natural, that's your prerogative. It has nothing to do with me. I feel like we need to grow up and understand this, that we need to understand to just let people live the way that they want to live, and stop trying to control other people. I remember when I first went natural, I wanted the whole world to go natural with me. I wanted my mom to go natural. I wanted my sister to go natural. I wanted my cousins to go natural. I wanted everyone to, join in on the natural hair movement and take this natural hair journey. And everyone wasn't with it. Everyone was not on the same mental state of mind as I was when I first went natural. And I didn't understand why. I didn't understand why everyone was like, I'll just take my weaves, I work a full-time job, I don't have time to do my hair, blasey, blasey, blasey. I just didn't understand that. I immediately resulted to saying that they hated themselves, and that the fact that you don't want to wear your hair natural means you don't love yourselves. No, that's not the reason all the time. Now, let's be clear. There are many women who hate the way that their hair looks. I will definitely acknowledge that. And, some of the women who are not able to leave the house without their wig, or they're always wearing straight hair. Like, you'll never see them with afro textured hair. At that point, I'm like, okay, there might be some underlying self-esteem issues. And even at that point, it's not my place to judge that person, because I don't know what they've been through in their life. I don't know if they've been teased their whole life because their hair is extremely naughty, or whatever the case may be. I always try to remain compassionate and understanding that not everyone is going to walk the walk of life at the same pace that you're walking it at. But I also want to tell you guys this: don't ever stop encouraging people to love themselves, because once they begin to love themselves and realize that they are beautiful with their natural hair, they're gonna start to wear their natural hair. Trust me. It's not going to come easy, but you don't get someone to love themselves and wear their natural hair by forcing it on them. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that you have to give people the choice sometimes to do what they want to do. It feels so much better to be able to choose my own life and how I live my own life. I don't want someone to say, you need to wear your hair natural because that's the right thing to do. I want someone to say, have you ever considered what your natural curls look like? I have this natural hair product that I think you would love. I think you should try it out because your hair might work amazing with this natural hair product. We need to start choosing tactics like that. We need to start coming from places of love and not from places of being condescending and feeling as if we're above one another, and feeling as if, because our hair is natural, then we're superior to those who do not wear their hair natural. And this is coming from someone who has been natural for almost 7 years now. I've transitioned into womanhood because I'm realizing that I love my natural hair. My natural hair is a part of me, but it's not the end all be all. And if one day I want to wear a straight wig, I can wear a straight wig, as long as I'm able to take the straight wig off and still love myself with my kinky, curly, coily, naughty hair. It's all good. So yeah, I didn't really like the tone of that video because it almost felt as if it was coming down on women who do not wear their natural hair all the time, and it was kind of just stating that how could you possibly be pro-black if you did not wear your hair all the time. We got to factor in lifestyles. We got to factor in what place people are in their lives, because not everyone is in the same place in their life. So you guys can watch the video. I just wanted to give my opinion on the situation. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.